Let's talk about the best bottles for the breastfed baby. When we're trying to get a baby to go back and forth from breast to bottle, we're trying to find a bottle system that most mimics the breast. So here's my top 5 bottles for when you're trying to get your breastfed baby to take a bottle. Number 5 on my list is the Phillips Avent. This bottle system does, for some babies, promote a slightly shallower latch, but it has a long round nipple that does taper better than some of the other bottles on the market. The other reason why I like the Phillips Avent is because the baby actually does have to generate suction on this bottle in order to move milk, meaning if you turn it over, it doesn't just free flow leak. This bottle does come in a variety of nipple levels to make sure you find just the right one for your baby, and it has a built-in vent system. This little rectangle vent up here will allow that bottle to vent itself without having to have a lot of other pieces and parts. Number 4 on my list is the Lancino. I really do like this bottle. It has a nice tapered bottle nipple to it, so baby can really latch deeply on this and get a wide latch that really does mimic the breast. This is going to come with a slow flow nipple, but it does flow quite fast for some babies. This is the air vent. That hole is what's going to vent the bottle system, so you want to make sure that that hole is always pointing up, and I really do like this bottle system. Number 3 actually isn't a bottle system. Pigeon, which is a partner company of Lancino, actually makes just bottle nipples. These nipples are compatible with any bottle that you have at home that's compatible with the system. They make a narrow neck and a wide neck nipple, and they have a variety of flows. They have a super slow flow, a slow flow, a medium, and a fast flow. So you can find just the right nipple with the bottle system that you already have, and it still has this nice taper to it that promotes a nice deep latch. So Pigeon is my number 3. I do really like this bottle nipple because it is compatible with so many of the products that you may already have at home. So you're not feeling like you have to buy a completely new bottle system to get your baby a better flow and a better latch on that bottle. Number 2 is the good old standard Dr. Brown's. Dr. Brown's has lots of options. They make a narrow neck and a wide neck version. They have it in plastic and in glass. I really don't have a difference or a preference between narrow and wide neck, although I do tend to see that most babies do better on the narrow neck, especially when they're smaller. They do have a nice tapered nipple that the baby can latch to deeply, and they have a variety of flows. Dr. Brown's comes with preemie flow. The next level up is a transitional nipple, followed by levels 1, 2, and 3. Most of their bottles, if you buy them in the store, will come standard with the level 1, which does flow very fast. So I always recommend go down to the preemie nipple when you're starting your baby on a Dr. Brown's. It does have a very long nipple for both the narrow and the wide neck versions. So if you find your baby is gagging from that, please make sure you're working with an IBCLC lactation consultant or other feeding specialist to figure out why they're gagging. But usually this is the go-to standard for most therapists who had training in the neonatal intensive care unit, or if your baby was in that NICU and was using the bottles that were found in the NICU, Dr. Brown's most similarly looks like and feels like those bottle nipples. So this is kind of a traditional bottle. I do love this system. It is one of my favorites and my go-tos, and that's why it's my number 2. The only reason that a lot of parents don't like it is because of the vent system. It has extra additional pieces and parts in it, which means that there's a lot of extra pieces to clean, and if you don't have everything in just right, it does have a high tendency of leaking. And my number 1 favorite bottle is the Evenflo Balance. I love this bottle nipple. The nipple is shorter on the tip than the Dr. Brown's, so if you have a gaggy baby, this one tends to do better. It has a really nice wide landing spot for baby to latch to. It is a round nipple with a nice wide taper. It's almost as if the Dr. Brown's and the Lancino got together and had a baby, and that baby bottle is the Evenflo Balance. This one also has the built-in vent system, this rectangular piece at the top, so it does vent itself. You keep that up. And this is my number one favorite bottle to use with tongue-tie babies, with babies that have a sensitive gag, with babies that won't take any other bottles on the market. This one really does get you a nice wide breastfeeding latch. So if you've tried all the other bottles and your baby's still not taking one, Evenflo Balance for the win as my number one favorite baby bottle that's on the market for those babies that are going breast to bottle and back again.